He's the one who told me 11 months before 9/11 ever happened that there was going to be an event. And at that event, we were going to invade Afghanistan to run pipelines from the Caspian Sea. We were going to invade Iraq, to take over the oil fields, establish a base in the Middle East, and make it all part of the New World Order.
We've learned that Iraq has trained al-Qaeda members in bomb making, in poisons, and deadly gases. One of the hardest parts of my job is to connect Iraq to the war on terror.
Sure enough, later 9/11 happened, and I remember he was telling me how how you're gonna see soldiers looking in caves for people in Afghanistan and Pakistan and all these places, and there's going to be this war on terror, of which there's no real enemy, and the whole thing is a giant hoax, but it's a way for the government to take over the American people.
He told you it was going to be a hoax.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, there's no question. He says there's going to be war on terror, and he's laughing.
Dr. Quigley believes that people should be more familiar with the identities of these clever banking dynasties. They include such names as Baring, Ambrose, Lazard, Erlanger, Warburg, Schroeder, Seligman, the Spires, Mirabeau, Mallet, Fuld, and above all, Rothschild and Morgan.
And now, President Obama wants to hand the Federal Reserve even more power.
I am proposing that the Federal Reserve be granted new authority and accountability for regulating bank holding companies and other large firms that pose a risk to the entire economy in the event of failure.
It appears that there were not weapons of mass destruction there.
You said you knew where they were.
I did not. I said I knew where suspect sites were, and we were just...
You said you knew where they were, near Tikrit, near Baghdad, and north, east, south, and west of there. Those are your words.
My words were that...
We know where they are. They're in the area around Tikrit and Baghdad.
Well, first of all, I haven't lied. I did not lie then.
Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Maybe under here.
You can't believe how wicked, how low down and rotten. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't believe how wicked these people are. To play games with your lives and the lives of your babies. Create a war just to get more money, to charge more interest, and send your babies to die for bullshit. Don't be frightened for me. You better be frightened for yourself. Because some stuff is going down in America right now as we speak. That all our lives are in danger right now.
You've got Russian tanks sitting all over your nation. What is going on? You have Russian troops here. You have Russian missiles here. You are communistic. Your enemy came, saw, and conquered you. You've been had. But they've never been able to finally, completely take away the Constitution. And I still marvel as I watch the thought with Debbie Kidd going to Washington. And now you're going to have Linda Thompson going as the Adjutant General. Get your guns and come with me. Good grief. Insurrection is not even a good word to use. It is so minor. What do you think you will gain? Use your heads. Use your brains. Start another nation. What is magic about Washington, D.C.? It is the most corrupt, vile place on this beautiful continent. You, the people, go start yourself a nation. How do you do it? You do it right, and you do it by the law.
The Constitution was written very precisely to restrain the power and force of government and to protect the liberties of each and every one of us.
Truth ultimately finds its way to people's ears and eyes and hearts. And I don't worry about that over the long term.
Mr. Secretary, what exactly was the connection between Saddam Hussein and Al-Qaeda?
I tell you, I'm not going to answer the question.
Another Downing Street memo. The British Prime Minister quoted as saying in return he was solidly with the president. Also reported that Mr. Bush even proposed to send American planes over Iraq painted in UN colors to try to provoke Saddam Hussein into firing on them.
Explain why you did not resign from your post when you knew that the facts and intelligence were being fixed around the policy of regime change in Iraq, which was released in the minutes. Why didn't you resign, Sir Richard? Why didn't you just...
I would call this harassment, so if you could just leave me alone, it would be much...
Not harassment.
It's not harassment, Sir Richard. I think killing millions of Iraqis is a bigger harassment. All down to you. Well, not all down to you, but very much down to you. The facts are fixed around the policy. Is that slander, Sir Richard, if we say you're a war criminal?
Richard, why, sir, when you found out following your trip to Washington in 2002, did you not resign from your post when you realised that the Americans were set on a war of aggression no matter what, and that they were going to fix the facts and intelligence around the policy? Why did you choose to stay in your position as Director of MI6? Why did you not resign at that moment, sir, when you knew that it was a false war, it was an illegal war?
What about the millions of dead Iraqis, Sir Richard? How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep at night?
Every life is as valuable as another.
Every child is precious. In fact, I think we should citizens arrest you, sir. This is